Watch Gwen Swefani describe her coziest date night with husband Blake Shelton. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Gwen Stefani discussed her perfect date night with hubby Blake Shelton. Stefani answered a few rapid-fire questions from Drew Barrymore on an edition of The Drew Barrymore Show. In a snippet from the interview released on Wednesday, April 23, Barrymore asked the Somebody Else's musician if she preferred a romantic night in or out. For sure. Oh my gosh, I am actually on the couch with my blanket, cookies, and chips, Stefani said. I just have the whole thing sofa. The dog's down right there. And then we have two couches, and Blake's on that one. And we're like, hi. I'd sit next to him, but he's huge, and we can't fit anywhere. Stefani and Shelton met as coaches on The Voice in 2014. Stefani previously confessed she almost didn't date the country artist, but the two became inseparable. They announced their romance in 2015, were engaged in 2020, and married in 2021 in a beautiful ceremony on Shelton's property in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. Shelton has already accepted his role as stepfather to Stefani's three sons, Kingston, 18, Zuma, 16, and Apollo, 11, and stated in a prior interview with Entertainment Tonight, "If I could have a repeat of these past 10 years together, that would be ideal." During her earlier appearance on The Drew Barrymore Show, the No Doubt hitmaker discussed her romance with Shelton. Stefani revealed the stories behind her latest studio album, Bouquet, including how Shelton inspired the song Pretty. I look back at all the photos and wonder, where am I the prettiest? When do I like myself the most? And it was right when Blake began to love me, Stefani explained. And I wanted to compose a song about it because when you experience love for the first time, it reflects you. You can see yourself in them. This record is kind of like a diary of such kinds of small ideas that I experienced when feeling love for the under the soft glow of evening lights with the gentle hum of summer crickets in the air. Gwen Stefani leaned in with a smile that could light up any room. She was seated comfortably, relaxed, her sparkling eyes reflecting a happiness that seemed to shimmer even through the screen as she began to describe a recent date night with her husband Blake Shelton. Viewers across the world found themselves drawn into a moment so cozy, so real, it felt like being wrapped in a favorite old blanket. The date night Gwen spoke of was not about glamour or extravagant outings. It was about simplicity, about laughter, about that quiet kind of intimacy that only grows deeper with time. She talked about how she and Blake chose to stay in rather than chase the noise of the outside world, how they found more magic in a simple evening together than any red carpet event could offer. Their night started in the kitchen, a place Gwen admitted has become one of their favorite spaces to share. She laughed, describing how Blake loves to cook, how he moves around the kitchen with a laid-back ease that makes even the most ordinary ingredients feel like a celebration. Gwen confessed that while she might not be the head chef of the family, she is definitely the best cheerleader, offering enthusiastic support, tasting, and occasionally sneaking little samples when Blake is not looking. The meal they crafted together was not about impressing anyone. It was about connection, about weaving their shared stories into the fabric of an ordinary night. Gwen spoke warmly of Blake's favorite Southern dishes, of the way he seasons everything with a little extra love and a hearty laugh. She described the way he sings while he stirs the pot, tunes drifting through the house, mingling with the scent of roasting vegetables and fresh-baked bread. After dinner, they retreated to their favorite spot on the back porch, a place that Gwen says feels like another world, a world built just for them. The stars spilled across the sky in an endless river of light, and the warm breeze carried the soft sounds of night creatures from the fields beyond. They sat side by side. No need for words, just the easy silence of two people who find peace in simply as she recounted how Blake brought out an old guitar, one that had seen countless songs and countless memories. He strummed a few notes, singing softly as Gwen curled up beside him, their dog sprawled lazily at their feet, their simple little family complete in that perfect moment. She spoke of the conversations that unfolded that night, the kind that wander from deep dreams to silly memories, with no need for structure or purpose. They talked about everything and nothing, about music, about home, about the tiny hopes that nestle quietly in the corners of everyday life. Gwen said that those talks feel like the heartbeat of their marriage, steady, strong, and filled with love. The date night ended as sweetly as it had begun, with Gwen and Blake dancing slowly under the stars. No music, but the one they created themselves, their laughter and whispered words, the only soundtrack they needed. It was not a performance, it was not for an audience, it was simply two souls tangled together in the most beautiful way. As Gwen shared these memories, her voice softened, her whole being seemed to glow with the kind of joy that only comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. Watching her, it was easy to see that for all the stages she has commanded, for all the glittering awards and glamorous moments, this simple night with Blake held a special place in her heart. Viewers were captivated by her story, not because it was a tale of grand adventure, but because it was achingly real. It reminded everyone that the greatest love stories are written not in bold headlines, but in the quiet, gentle chapters that unfold when no one is watching. Social media lit up with fans sharing their own cozy moments inspired by Gwen and Blake's date night. Some posted pictures of backyard picnics under fairy lights, others wrote about impromptu kitchen dance parties, about curling up with loved ones under patchwork quilts, about remembering that love is found in the smallest shared moments. The interview quickly went viral, but it was not the usual kind of celebrity news. It was something softer, something that spoke directly to the heart. In a world that often prizes spectacle and noise, Gwen and Blake offered a powerful reminder that true romance is quieter, simpler, and infinitely more enduring. Gwen's reflections also opened a window into the life she and Blake have built away from the spotlight, a life that values family over fame, connection over appearances, laughter over accolades. It is a life rooted in authenticity, a life where the biggest joys are homemade, not bought or staged. In the days following the interview, fans could not stop talking about how refreshing it was to see two superstars who have remained so grounded. Gwen's candidness, her obvious adoration for Blake, her delight in the ordinary, struck a deep chord with audiences across the globe. It also added yet another beautiful chapter to the public love story of Gwen and Blake, a story that has captured imaginations ever since the two first found each other. Against all odds, their journey has been anything but conventional, yet it is exactly that winding path that makes their bond so compelling, so real. Gwen admitted that she and Blake are not perfect, that like any couple they have their disagreements, their tough days, but she was quick to add that it is precisely those imperfections that make their love stronger. Each challenge is another thread woven into the tapestry of their shared life, a tapestry rich with color and texture and meaning. She shared that part of what makes their relationship work is the deep respect they have for each other, the way they cheer each other on, the way they listen without judgment, the way they always find their way back to laughter, no matter how heavy the day has been. For Gwen, there is a kind of sacredness in these everyday moments. They are the roots that anchor her, the light that guides her through the noise of fame and expectation. And in sharing her story, she offered an invitation for everyone to slow down, to savor the simple, beautiful moments that make life worth living. As the interview wrapped up, Gwen left viewers with a gentle reminder that love does not need to be flashy to be extraordinary, that sometimes the most magical nights are the ones spent barefoot on a back porch, under a sky full of stars, singing old songs and dreaming new dreams together. And as the world listened, hearts softened, memories stirred, and for just a little while it felt like everyone was sitting there too, basking in the golden glow of Gwen and Blake's beautiful, simple love story. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.